Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vassell and welcome to 10,000 and Below, a continuing series where I go through games that are just ranked not the highest on Board Game Geek, a huge database on board games. And in fact, today we're taking a look at games that are ranked 13,300 to 13,399, or 400, I'm sorry. But anyhow, we're just going to take a look at some of them and make some comments. So here we go. The first one we have here is Nanu, which looks like, is that a Mork and Mindy game? No, it's a kid's game, hide and seek. Picture discs are concealed beneath color discs. You roll a color die and try to remember which picture's underneath which one. That sounds problematic for purposes of stuff shifting on the board. Also sounds like I already know how to play the game. G.I. Joe Commando Attack. Knowing's half the battle. G.I. Joe, an American hero. All right, so it's 12 G.I. Joe against 12 villains. Cobra Commander, Warrant Officer. Really? You only have 12 people per side and you're using generic folks? Cobra Saboteur, Cobra Frogman. Where are the good guys? Show me who you got. It looks like the Baroness is there. Oh, this person. Oh, yeah, okay. This person replaced it with actual G.I. Joe figures. It's probably not a very good game, but yeah, go Joe. All right. Let's continue on here. Lie Detector. That's got 103 rankings. And Royalists and Roundheads, which I'm assuming is an English war game. Lie Detector, the game of the original Lie Detector. I've never heard of this game. Looks like it's one of those older games that comes with some sort of device in it to see if something's true or false. Oh, the people themselves will tell you and you have to ask them questions. So it's like a punch thing. Depending on how the punch board is in, it will tell you if they're true or false. Okay, I like that concept. So it looks like it's a way to play almost Guess Who against a computer. Nowadays it would be an app. Yep, Royalist and Roundheads. This is 4 battles of the English Civil War. Sure. Command system. So it's your typical hex and counter thing. I do like the different colors here, like the red and yellow on the green. They're easier to see. This is from 1991. Looks pretty good for coming from that time period. Designer Robert Markham. He has several games in the top 10,000. Well, there you go. Alrighty, continue on. Clue 2, Murder in Disguise, yeah. Ice Cream Combo, we gotta take a look at that one. That just sounds cool. And then 5-Fingered Severance. And Level Up. Alright, let's take a look at Ice Cream Combo first because, ooh, I do like how this game looks. You're putting ice cream cones on top of cards. This has a really cool motif to it. Is that ice cream a kitten? Alright. Yeah, it looks like you're just collecting different scoops. Yeah, it looks fun. 5-Finger Severance is a game in which you're trying to be, someone coming in and trying to rob this convenience store and steal stuff. This is made from Minion Games. Now, Minion Games made a lot of games back in the day, and they obviously made some good ones like Manhattan and stuff. This was not one of the better ones. I thought this was not very good at all. Some people really did enjoy it. A lot of people, I think, enjoyed it because of the theme. I didn't hate the theme per se, but the game itself was just kind of random. It just wasn't that good of a game. Level Up, this is from 2008, has 169. There's no designer. Oh, it's similar to Phase 10. Moving on. All right, ooh, there's several games here with a lot of ratings. So let's take a look at those. Scrabble Trickster, Nowhere to Go. I got somewhere to go. And Wanted. All right, that's 4 different games. Let's take a look at them. Surah Carta. This game, when did this come out? I'm assuming this is like an older game. It's originated in Java. The circular paths, you got to loop around at before you move on to another one. I feel like I've seen this in my life. I definitely haven't played it. For an abstract game, though, it's pretty low rated. I wonder, so you move there, and then you move around and got to capture pieces. So that's kind of an interesting concept. It sounds interesting, but I wonder why it's just not that good of a game, I guess. The Hen Commandments. All right, ha ha ha. A chicken-based religion building party games. You're disciples of the holy chicken. Mm-hmm. And you have to. Oh, it's a silly game. The commandment there, and everyone has to fill it in. Okay, so it's a silly game where there's a commandment, you fill in a word, then you got to explain why your word is right. Scrabble Trickster, which doesn't sound like it's something people want to play. You use your card. The twist is now you can use proper names such as cities or celebrity names. You can play words backwards, words unconnected to others on the board. The problem is when you start allowing weird names like that, then you have even longer debates whether something's allowed or not. So basically it's Scrabble with extra words. With extra rules, like a rule that will change things. Let's take a look. Steal your opponent's last score. Wow. No wonder this is lowly rated. Yeah, okay. Nowhere to Go. I gotta say, I am a big fan of that cover. A strategy game for two. I just like how that looks, that cover. A spy theme. You're placing your spy piece in a starting space, and then you're placing blockers and move your thing. Okay. You're trying to trap the other person. Okay, that sounds interesting enough. I wonder why this one's rated so low. It sounds like a fun abstract game. I just realized the box is a hexagon. Not so much of a fan of that. This re-implements Stranded. Stranded was 1981. Oh, it's an older game. Huh. Interesting. All right. And Wanted. Oh, this is like a Not Guilty. Have I reviewed this? Looked at it? It looks like it's a game for kids. Bunch of criminals that look like they just robbed Scrooge McDuck. Okay. All right, let's continue down, see what else we can find here. Dungeon Bazaar. Cuckoo Zoo. There's a Cars version of Uno. Top this, a pizza flicking game. Venture Angels. All right, so Dungeon Bazaar. Have I not played this one? I have played this one. I never reviewed this game. I remember specifically playing this game now because one of the decks of cards was printed incorrectly. This is from Cranio, I believe, right? Yeah. One of the decks of cards was printed incorrectly. And it was so difficult to play the game with that, and so we never reviewed it. Had I reviewed it, though, I remember not thinking that it was not that good. Although, if you look at the designers, we got Daniel Taccini and Simone Luciani. Great designers. I just remember thinking this one wasn't that good, but a part of it was the misprinted cards, which was a really big deal. In fact, I wonder if I look at the comments on there, if anyone will mention that. Must see if pieces are missing or are misprinted. Okay, misprints and poor game. Several major misprints of cards. Yep. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I don't know if they ever even fixed that. Cuckoo Zoo, another kids game. Designer Haim Shafir. They've done several. Oh, Speed Cups is from this person. All right. Well, that's interesting. This was recommended for the Spiel des Jahres kids thing. It's an Uno thing. Oh, okay, so it's Uno with animals, essentially. Okay. Top this, a pizza flicking game. Now, this is an interesting one because 8 years ago, I did a paid preview for this game. I really enjoyed this one. It was a flicking game where you're trying to flick different toppings onto the pizza, trying to get combinations in a slice that match cards you have. I thought it was a lot of fun. And then I never actually have seen a printed version of this. I never reviewed it. I never got it. I just never heard about it. I don't know if it ever even was printed. I didn't hear anyone talk about it. It's unfortunate because it was pretty fun. Venture Angels. Oh, I've seen this one. Oh, I played this one, obviously, with the ranking of 7 here. This is Ian O'Toole did the art for this one. Bruno Fiduti is the designer. It's from Mandu Games from Korea. They do some really cool stuff. And in this one, it's in that line of things where you are investing in different companies and trying to make those companies go well and also control the company. You can see here, you need a certain total of numbers to take it over, and then the higher number or closer number will win the card. And there's some special powers and things like that. I thought it was a fun little filler. And Ian O'Toole does a great job at graphic design. Alrighty, let's continue on. Chains to Champions. Tiffin. Oh, I have some things to say about Tiffin. And then Godzilla Stop and Kimaloa. Man, I played a lot of these games. And Chains to Champions is a game that is most definitely based on Lego, with the different things you can do. That's what this game is. It's a little arena combat game where you have a bunch of different weapons and items and things, and you're going to put those there to go fight in the battle. And again, it's everything about Lego except not. And I thought it was okay. The concept's neat. Had Lego made it, I think it might have done even better, and you can see some people obviously put Lego figures in the thing altogether. It was a little loosey-goosey on the rules, and the components could have been better, but it's an interesting one. I remember when it came out, I said, is this Lego? And they were like, no, technically not, you know. Tiffin. This is an interesting theme, this game. It's about delivering hot lunches to different people in India. So I like that concept a lot, but wow. The graphic design for this game is really bad, and it's really not that interesting. It's a pick-up and delivery game of sorts, but there's this whole, if you finish something, you get more points, so that it's like the person who gets the last hit on a monster in D&D, and this has that same kind of feel, the person who does the last delivery, and it just was not a very good game. Godzilla Stop. This is from Toy Vault, and this is in their category of we have a license, but we don't know what to do with it. Some cool artwork and stuff, but as you can see, there's not people talking about this one now. It's just a card game about Godzilla from Toy Vault that was not very good. Kimaloa. I remember this game now. This is from GameWorks. This was a family-oriented game where you were trying to have two scoring pawns. If I remember correctly about this game, it also was a game that was trying to teach a lesson. That was kind of the point of this game, was to teach us how to get along. I don't dislike the artwork for the game. That the theme was good, but I remember thinking that it was just okay. Tic-Tac-Check. I'll take a look at that. Mystical Seeds. Catch Me. Innsmouth Escape. And Reflection. Oh, and then Battle Cry. All right. So we'll come back and look at these. First, Tic-Tac-Check. This is a chess. Oh, yeah, we already looked at this one in the past. Chess and Tic-Tac-Toe. Mystical Seeds. I really wanted to like this game. It has amazing components. And in fact, I don't dislike the game, I guess. It's just that you are moving these different seeds around in your dish, using your fairies and moving them around and filling up your dish with these seeds, and then using those seeds and getting flowers and things. It's not bad. It's just not that exciting. There's not a lot of cool things to do, but the pieces for it are amazing. This is a container that holds all the different seeds. Comes like that in the box. Catch Me. This is a kids game. Okay, this is another version. There's another version of this game. This is basically because the other version, similar to these three games, yeah, you roll a die, then you have to catch that mouse, and everyone else has to pull their mouse out. No, you have to pull your mouse out if they're going to catch you. Otherwise, you catch it. Okay, so it's very similar. It's not the exact same as the other game, but these kind of games are a lot of fun to play. Innsmouth Escape. This is from Twilight Creations. A bunch of different monsters. That guy is horrified from them. It looks like a typical game from this company. Reflection. So this one here, Fat Brain Game Toy Company. When did I review this? It came out in 2008. I reviewed it in 2013. Maybe I reviewed it in 2008. I'm not sure. Yeah, you had to put you have to put down some marbles and use a mirror to then show what's on the card. It's a pretty cool concept. It's a puzzly style game. And Battle Cry. How many people you think came in here wanting to rank the Richard board game? I'm curious. I wonder if any comments will say that. No, maybe not. But I do know that that this one here is from Milton Bradley. It's from way back in the day. It's like a game that a lot of people played as a kid. I'd never heard of it till I was doing research on the updated Battle Cry. But I would have played this as a kid. Doesn't have a lot of good ratings, though. A lot of people don't like it. Guardians of Legends. I just reviewed this a bit ago. 7 Picados. We'll take a look at that. Case Green. Roll for it Express. And I'm just taking a look, see if there's something here that catches my eye. Robot Face Race. And Ticked Off. Ticked Off. All right, Guardians of Legends is a really cool looking game. It has all these hexagons that are all over the board, and you make this, and then you have these cards, and you're going to point to something on a card that refers to something on the board. So you point to something on the card, and then people to figure out which island you are trying to describe. So it's a kind of really cool game. There's also a contest to win like $250,000 to go find an actual buried treasure. Something which is probably backfired now since everyone's been told to stay home. 7 Picados. You want to have the least sin at the end of the game. Oh, you're right. Duh. I can't translate in my head, apparently. Second Temptations. This does not sound like a good game. Let's look at the artwork. Okay. Yeah. 7 Deadly Sins. Meh. Case Green. This is another magazine game, I'm guessing. The War for Czechoslovakia, 1938. This is the war that would have resulted in Hitler not won a political victory at Munich. Yeah, this is definitely in a magazine. It's interesting that these games came in magazines. This doesn't happen much now. In fact, I would probably not think much of a game that came in a magazine now, Eurogame or whatever. But back then, this is a cool idea. Roll for it Express. All the fun for Roll for it on a single card? Okay, I guess. I think Roll for it is already super simplistic. I don't know if the game needs to be simpler, but it sounds like a fun little promo. Robot Face Race. 120 faces. Each features 5 colors, and you got to find the matching face. Oh. Those don't even look like robots. They look like monsters. Nah. Ticked Off. Oh, I played this one. Yeah, you show in a category, then take turns. How many items could you list in that category? So yeah, that's right. This one's okay. There's a problem with it that you like argue over who can list a certain number of things from a category. Then you turn over a second category, you can go with either one. So the game kind of pushes you to, hey, why not? Why not go high? Because the second category, I might know a lot of things from. Yeah, it's okay. It's from R&R Games. We already talked about Obama Llama in the past. We got Pete the Pirate, Ricochet, Chaos Isle Zombie Deck, Timberman. Ooh, Timberman. Timberman. Golden Drac, Showbiz Shuffle. I'm just zooming through, picking some games. I played 1001. And then we'll end with the Neverland Rescue. Isolation 2. All right, here we go. Pete the Pirate, a game from Haba. Roll a die, move your pawn, grab treasures. Don't worry ever that kids' games are ranked low. Board Game Geek tends to do that. So this looks like one for very young children. Looks like it's some really great components. Ricochet, a pinball game from Reinhardt Stop. Why have I not heard of this one before? 1996. Let's take a look at the cards. Oh, that's from that company. I see. 12-minute games. So this is like a pretty simple game. It must not be. Oh, well. I don't know. I guess I would try it, but it seems like it might be too super simple. Chaos Isle Zombie Deck. This is a mission-based card game. It can be sold or 2 to 6 players. Expansions are available, blah, blah, blah. EU, take a character, try to do it, and fend off zombie enemies. Why did the zombies not have an E in them? Oh, that's a promo card, so that doesn't count. Now, I really dislike the look of this game. Well, that's okay, I guess. Yeah, no. No, I don't like either of those. I don't like either of those styles of art. Yeah, oh well. Timberman, I played this one. I did not like this one. This is move around a board, an 8-bit graphic type thing, and collect stuff. You're moving your Timberman around. But the fact is, sometimes something shows up exactly where you need it to be, and you grab it. There's just too much chaos in the game. Also, why is it 8-bit? Just because. This is a racing game from the same guy who made Ave Caesar. What? I like Ave Caesar. Ooh, this is definitely an older game. I like how the dragons look, though. Those are cute dragons. Huh. All right. Showbiz Shuffle. This is from Blood and Cardstock Games back in the day. It's a set collection game. You're just trying to get people for your movies. Blood and Cardstock has made... Oh, man, this brings back memories for me when I see games like this, because when I was first getting a hobby, I bought everything. And like you are probably doing. And I remember these cards. They have the different colors on the bottom, so they match different things. They're okay. It was an okay game, but the graphic design, everything, it's almost print and play. 1001. This is a game in which there's these shifting sands and you're moving things around and going around to collect treasures. It's not bad, but unfortunately it's not great either. There's too much movement, too much stuff, a little too much luck, but it's okay. I just think it's a forgettable game. And then we'll take a look at Isolation here. Don't Get Stranded. This is an abstract game. I'm always fascinated by abstract games. Ooh, I like this. You move things around. You're trying to strand the other person. Isolation. I wonder why this one's ranked so low, though. We'll look at the comments. Meh. Board becomes small on every move. Boring. Good for teaching kids basic strategy. Okay. All right, then the last one, the Neverland Rescue. This came out in 2019. Scott Alms. I wonder why this one has not gotten more buzz. Scott Alms has a lot of games under his belt. Okay. It's a nice looking game. It's for 2 players only. I believe I have this on my shelf here somewhere. I'm going to have to pull this one out and play it. Just take a look to see if it's any good. I'm really surprised it hasn't got more buzz. Well, there you go. That's another 100 games. I'm sure I've skipped one and you were like, why did he not talk about that one? Well, the comments are your chance to do so. So go ahead. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, I'm Tom Vassell, and this has been 10,000 and Below on the Dice Tower.